when it's almost time for Christmas,
yes,
they'll go and buy bleaching creams.
so they go do a very hard
They'll
labor.
bleach and do all of that. Then
that
they
tell
use
on
money and buy big phone to come home and form big boys and all of that.
In those days, when we were small, when we were small, it wasn't phone. Because when I was smaller, I'm of age. It wasn't phone, it's
before
radio.
they'll be able to travel back, they will sell that phone very cheaply.
That's what I'm telling you. Wait, how do you tell me?
Choose life.
Yeah.
Choose life first. Be safe and make sure that everything you save all through the year is not going into the running around to be with people on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Just a day. And as long as you are alive.
Let me comment all the resources. Let me comment a little about what you are saying. See, it's Christmas. It's Christmas. So many people leave the comfort of their home. There is this concept of hustle. You understand? Even though I personally have a problem with the concept hustle. If you're doing something very legitimate, I don't think you should call it. I did a video the other time.
Yes.
I didn't post it. My wife saw it and was asking me, why didn't I post it? And I was like, the concept of hustle, it's even the church people, in the Christendom, people have picked it and we feel is a comfortable word to be used. I don't feel comfortable using the word hustle. It's an English word, but to digress a little, even though you don't like digressing, but I'm driving at somewhere. Hustle, if you're doing something very legitimate, you go out, you leave the comfort of your home, very legitimate, you're not set out to cheat anybody. The concept hustle doesn't really fit in. You're working. It's something legitimate you're doing. I will call it work.
Yeah, you should be comfortable calling it work.
Thank you. So someone left the comfort of his home.
There's dignity in labor.
Exactly. So many people left the comfort of their home, left their loved ones into a strange land. And now for them, Christmas will make sense only when they reunite with them. So it's necessary for them to travel. Am I saying it's necessary for them to travel? So, and some of them are not given opportunity to leave their place of work. Their employer don't allow them to go until it is 20. And now the 20 is already close to the rush. Is already a rush hour.
Yeah.
All right. And so, and when it is 20. You understand the concept 20 now? Prices of things just change automatically. And
everybody is trying to travel to that period.
Exactly. So you go to the park, you see quite a number of people. The vehicles are not enough because I was listening to the news the other time. One reason why the cost of transportation is also high is because everybody is going, nobody is coming back.
Yes.
And those vehicles are in the urban area. So you are in an urban area. I think it makes more sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Since they are going, they are burning fuel to go. All right, coming back, they'll have to burn fuel.
Empty.
So it's not like before when they go and they are going to load back. Most of them
you are actually paying for the going and coming.
Exactly. So, and I think if, for instance, going to Lagos on a normal day is 30,000 naira to Lagos, sighting, and they add extra 20,000 naira. For that we can understand that is to beef up the money for the fuel coming back, since none of them they don't find passenger.
Okay, so can I come in now?
Yes, please.
Actually, that's what I'm not disputing the fact that people need to travel, they need to see their loved ones and all of that. But if everything you've worked hard for throughout the year is what you are using to transport yourself to see your people and coming back to start all over,
now travel.
I think it's not wise for you to do that. Do you know that some of them go as far as selling their properties before they will be able to board vehicles and go back to their place of work?
They will
buy
I used to.
This is what used to happen.
I noticed. I have cousins.
People that travel.
Distance cousin.
Listen, let me land. That will hustle all through the year, do all sort of dirty things, and then
dirty things. Okay.
Hard work, you know.
Okay.
Okay. When I say dirty things, I don't mean stealing and all of that.
Okay.
They do maybe farm work, clear grasses for people.
That's a very great job, boy.
Yes. They work. They do it all
without them. We can't chop.
When it's almost time for Christmas,
yes,
they'll go and buy bleaching creams.
So they go do a very hard labor.
Bleach and do all of that. Then they use money and buy big phone to come home and form big boys and all of that.
In those days, when we were small, it wasn't phone. Because when I was smaller, I'm of age. It wasn't phone, it's radio.
They'll be able to travel back, they will sell that phone very cheaply.
That's what I'm telling you. See, I have these cousins, distance cousin of mine that used to go to the west. They'll return back during Christmas, and when they come home, you see that their skin is looking, or you will know that this one has just bleached. I'm just agreeing with what you're saying. And going back after Christmas and New Year, some of them are struggling to go back. So, but when they are coming back like that, you see them with big radio. The next thing, by the time they're returning back, you see them with another kind of radio. You can't just imagine that the radio they brought last year will be so old that they are buying new one. But they are coming to to impress. There is that pressure that if anyone had traveled and left home for a whole year, he should at least come home with something. So whenever they are coming home, they come to impress. And they are also under the pressure of selling off the things they bought so they can return back. So for me, I think it doesn't have to be that way. That is the reason for this video. We're making a whole lot of fun with the situation, but we see that people go through a unpleasant cycle.
Yes.
Year in, year out.
Before you know it, you're getting older.
I think
you won't be able to do the things you were doing before.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then
I think if it is not necessary for you to travel, why travel? Why traveling? You don't have to, And if you, for instance, let's be practical here. If you have 500,000 naira at the end of your hustle, and you feel that is money, in this economy, 500,000 naira is no more money. In fact, 1 million, 5 million, for some people is money, for some people, depending on where you are economically. But if you have 500,000 naira and you live somewhere in the town, and you have aged parents, younger ones at home, and you really want to support during this season, and you had come home last year things are not this bad. This is 2024. Last year, 2023, things were a little bit, the tension was already building, 2023. But
it's not like
it's skyrocketed, and we don't know what is going to be for 2025. You see why you need to plan.
Imagine people dying because of 10 kg bag of rice.
That's in fact, we did see this one. So instead of you
because of how bad things have gone,
instead of you traveling, we're talking about traveling now. Instead of you traveling, why don't you separate that money? Now, if you are going to travel, you know that if you're in Lagos, you have to spend like 70,000 naira. Because you need to eat on the way, and in case of
you don't know what's going to happen,
you get home, right? And instead of spending that much, why don't you arrange that 70,000 or 50,000 naira and send it to your loved ones? After the rush, if you really think you need to travel to reunite with them, work will not allow you, but I think there is a way to work it, to come home briefly, to give attention to one or two, than necessarily coming. Sometimes when you will come home, there's nothing much we are doing. There's no project we are overseeing. We're not building. It's just to come home, and then you are under the pressure to go back to the place of work. My candid opinion.
Yeah.
So yes, any?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. So this is like you agreeing with me now.
Of course, yes, I agree perfectly with my wife. I agree. I was only pulling, and then she has one story.
Because you like to argue with me before you come to agreement. And I'm always right, guys.
What is the point? What is the point if we don't argue? When you argue, you prove.
You like to play around with me.
Sorry.
Are you being serious right now?
So we saw a very terrible experience online.
Yeah.
My wife was sharing with me the other time. So we saw something very terrible. Something very terrible in this season. It happened in
Abuja.
In Abuja.
A line that 10 persons died.
10 persons died. Terrible. And another
state. Due to stampede while they were sharing some.
Yes.
Was it rice or something? Then
another one, another
state.
Eastern state.
Delta or where? I can't remember.
Eastern.
Okay, it's River State. I think
in
it's
River State.
Yes.
Is it River?
I saw that over 30 something persons died due to stampede too.
That is the one where
yes, and all those were one day.
Like just in a day. Stampede because
of sharing
food
for Christmas.
Because of food. Now that's really, really bad. That's really bad. It doesn't have to be like that. No, sincerely, it doesn't have to be like that. I know, yes, things are hard, but there is a way to share food, right? It's not in this 21st century people should die because of stampede. I think our mind should, there's a way to share food. When you discover that people are thronging and there is too much interest and people, because I know quite a number of people go there just to cause problem. Yes. When it has to do with things like that, free stuff. Some people who just want to go cause problem, they will collect again and again. And so when the other person who felt like, oh, I've been here since and I didn't collect, and this person, you're doing partiality, and you want to, and then some people take advantage of that to do a whole lot. So we lost quite a number of people in a day. 2 cities, in Abuja, 10 persons, somewhere 30 something persons in a day. It doesn't have to be that way. Yes, I can understand perfectly with these people. Maybe they don't have to eat. And so when someone offered that, yes, there is something for you here to pick, innocently they left from their home with the hope that, yes, I'm going to pick something to be able to eat during Christmas. And then, they couldn't make it. So sad. It's so sad. And it doesn't have to be that way. So you find yourself in that kind of situation. For me, you see that the thronging is too much. Your life, for me, is more important. Yes. It's more important.
I mean, you've been surviving before.
Thank you. Maybe the 10 kg of rice or 25 kg of rice or even 50 kg of rice will not be the reason why you will not be able to eat. The Lord who has been providing for you and support and keeping you throughout the year cannot leave you hungry on his day.
Yes. On his day.
On his day. Someone came around us this afternoon and he said he was in a birthday celebration of a renowned person, a professor's wife. Yeah. It was a professor's wife. And he learned something from the way they celebrated. Now, normally, if you go to someone's birthday, you should go with a gift. That is a normal thing. But some people went and they ended up coming home with loads and loads of gifts. Yeah, it is Jesus's birthday you celebrate, and he has a package for you. Yeah, he's the one who hosts you, and okay, he's the one who come to your home. Let me twitch it a little way. There's a way my mother used to say, he's the one who come to your home on a visit, all right, and offer and takes care of.
Yeah, yes.
And takes care of the entertainment.
Yes, I think the way they say it in our language.
Okay, so you must have to say it too.
I'm trying to remember.
Ongo tonge fakpa.
Yes.
Ongo lahila akakponga tonge fakpale. You are lost to understand this one. But he comes to your home on a visit and he takes care of the bill.
Yes.
He takes care of the bill. Whatever you said before him, he is the one. He said the cattle upon 1,000 hills are mine. There's nothing you're going to give to him. So it is the Lord's day. Yes. There is the way and manner in which one should celebrate Christmas.
Yes.
If at all we understand that, yes, it is the Lord's birthday. And we must celebrate it in his term.
Yeah.
Not in our own term. There's no room for sin on this day. It's a holy day.
We can't say enough on this Christmas topic, because it surprises me the way the change. People try by all means to take the subject of Christmas from the person that it should be. Like, you say you are celebrating someone's birthday, and then you take the person completely out of the picture. It's so funny and it's so unrelatable to me. Because if we say Christmas is Jesus' birthday, some people even try by all means, they say Christmas. I'm seeing some pictures that they put a picture of a mouse. Like they tweet it to be something relating to mouse. They say Christmas. And then others say Xmas.
It's a way of mocking. One is a way of mocking. It's not today. They've tried to remove Christ from the scheme of things. Remove Christ from history. Remove Christ from... But there is no history without Christ.
No history without
There is no civilization without Jesus.
Yes.
They try, but they just can't, It's impossible. Jesus is the centerpiece of civilization.
Yes.
There's no civilization before, after, before, now, and after that is complete without the name Jesus. No matter how you try to remove him out of the system, in fact, you get into trouble, you get into mess when you try to remove him out, because he is the answer.
Yes.
All right. So any man, I feel pissed when people deliberately want to mock. How do you mock the Lord? How do you call Christmas? What's that?
Christmas.
And then
they put mouse. I mean MOUSE.
No,
what's that?
No. Then we are fond of calling it Xmas.
Yes.
I know quite a number of people don't do it deliberately to spite, but I need to correct something. It shouldn't be called Xmas. I think wherever that one came from, the word Xmas is actually deliberate.
Yes.
Certain things we do it unconsciously, and, but we don't know that it's cooked from somewhere.
That's why we should always be intentional.
Thank you.
Intentionality is very key. X cannot represent Christ. So don't let anyone take away Christ from your Christmas. Don't let anybody take Jesus away from you.
Basically, if I understand what they are saying, what they are trying to do is to replace Christ
with X.
Christmas, there is Christ in that.
And Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever.
So they remove Christ and put X.
Yes.
It can be anything. So that is why the people who push that narrative, since it's X to them,
yes,
that is why anything goes.
He's never,
because why we do mathematics, they'll say that is equal to X.
Yes.
Find X.
Find X.
X can be anything that you have to find it out. But no, this one we're celebrating is
this one
definite.
Is a constant.
It's Christ, man.
Yes.
It's Christ. You can't remove him and you think you will survive. No, it's impossible. It's Christ.
I would like to conclude this way. That whatever you do this season, however you chose to celebrate, celebration is really good. You can choose to celebrate this Christmas season. Some persons say they don't celebrate, they don't do Christmas, that it is a sin or something. But I like to let you know that
really?
You can choose to celebrate Christmas. You will not go to hell because of that. And even if you don't celebrate, you won't go to hell. But as you celebrate, make sure the owner of the birthday is in the picture. Make sure Jesus is in the center of your celebration. Whatever you do, if you know that it cannot be permitted in a party where he is present, don't do it.
Wow, that's great.
If Jesus was to be in this our present time and he invited you to his birthday, if you know you won't be proud of what you're doing, to do it in his presence, in his party, don't do it. Let Jesus be at the center of your celebration. Thank you.
Guy, we thought we should bring this to your notice. There's so much to say regarding this, and time will fail us. But the season has been so memorable to me. Today is Boxing Day. Ooh, yesterday was a wow. Was a blast, you know. There was a way I celebrated my birthday. I think that's going to be a story for another day. There is a way I celebrated it with my family.
Yes.
And the essence is to celebrate it with loved ones.
Yes.
You can't remove that away from you. It's not complete without you celebrating it with loved ones. And the essence is to share, to give. Christmas is not complete if you're in a position of things. You have one or two, it's not complete without sharing.
Yeah.
You know, so if you celebrated yesterday without something leaving you to someone, I think it's not too late. Thank God today is Boxing Day. Today all the way till New Year, I think we're still celebrating Christmas.
Yes.
You have the opportunity to share. Yeah. You don't think you don't have anything to share. I think one can share even if you have a bottle of Coke. Bottle of Coke is how much right now? You can pour bottle of Coke, share it, pour it into a cup and give to someone. You drink half. You drink half. That's very sensible. Yeah. I saw myself drinking malt and I had to share with my wife a bottle of malt. And my two children, all of them, we drank. I don't struggle to love them, to share with them. You know, and the same should extend to your neighbor, someone close to you who couldn't travel and you are within the same location. You saw him going in and out. It's not too much to knock on his or her door and find out what's up. No, these days things have changed really.
Yeah.
People, the way food used to crisscross.
There's so much reservation.
Yes, you know, these days it's even possible for you to take food to someone and eat it. It's that bad, but it doesn't have to be that way. That's the time they will remember the beef they had with you, and they have refused to forgive. No, it's a season where we let go a whole lot just for the one who loved us and came all the way for our sake. The reason why he came is so he can redeem. Ultimately, he had to come unto us. A child is born, and unto us a son is given. It's to us, right?
To us.
So we should do it being mindful of that message in Isaiah. Unto us a child is born, unto us you and I, the son is given. He was born as a child to us, so he can be given. Ultimately, so he can be given.
Yeah.
So let's celebrate it the way it should be celebrated. And that's basically it. So Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Can you say it one more time?
Merry Christmas
to everyone. Let me say the way I used to like the happy holiday. When I sound like I sound God bless you.
God bless you.